This movie was made on an extremely low budget with limited resources. If you are paying any attention, you'll notice that we're not really saying anything important right now. Just buying some time. Please don't fall asleep at our assembly because it would really break our hearts. Thank you.
Everyone likes a good movie. But the problem is that mathematics, logic, and movie scenes don't often tend to go hand in hand. Take, for example, this scene. As a child, the only thing that stopped me from trying this out at home was the fact that I didn't know where I would find that wire.
And looking back, I'm quite glad I didn't. Because in all honesty, this scene would have ended something like this.
In order to make you think, laugh, and perhaps even learn, we have compiled a movie of our own to show you what movies would look like if things were a little more mathematically accurate. And so we present Cinemath.
I'm not a mathematician, but I do know this. There are infinite numbers between 0 and 1. There's 0.1, 0.11, 0.12, and an infinite collection of others. Of course, there is a bigger infinity between 0 and 2, or between 0 and a million. Some infinities are simply bigger than other infinities.
So basically, what Hazel is trying to say is that in between 1 and 2, there's an infinite number of decimal numbers. 0.1, 0.01, 0.001. You can keep on adding zeros forever. She should have stopped there. But she goes on to say that since there's a bigger difference between the numbers 3 and 1 than 2 and 1, there should be a higher number of infinite decimal numbers between 3 and 1 than 2 and 1. According to her, some infinities are bigger than other infinities. This is all very sweet, but mathematically wrong. One of the most mind-blowing facts that a mathematician has to learn is that there is the same amount of infinite decimal numbers between 1 and 2 as there is between 1 and 3, and even more between 1 and 1 million. Basically, the way to tell if two sets of numbers are both infinite is to see if you can pair up numbers so that you can use each number just once without leaving any number unpaired. When talking about numbers and even numbers, the set of numbers goes on as 1, 2, 3, and so on. Even numbers go on as 2, 4, 6, and on. 1 can be paired with 2, 2 can be paired with 4, and 3 can be paired with 6, and on and on and on. You will notice that you will never run out of numbers to pair from one set with another. Both of them will continue on to infinity, the same infinity. Neither infinity is bigger than the other.
There is no sound in space. Why? Because sound travels in waves, just like heat, light, or any other energy. But unlike them, Sound travels by making particles vibrate. Therefore, in order for sound to travel, there has to be particles. On Earth, sound travels to your ears by vibrating molecules. But space is a vacuum, and vacuums are devoid of particles. Unless it's a vacuum cleaner. Therefore, there aren't any molecules to vibrate, which leads to silence. So all the beeps, the bangs, the zaps, and the kapows you hear in space-based movies are fake. Now this is what it would actually look like.
In this nail-biting yet highly logical chase, we witness a scene with Vin Diesel and his friends having just 30 minutes to chase a plane down a runway at 285 kilometers per hour before Shaw is able to escape and all hope is lost. For a car and a plane to travel down a runway at 285 kilometers in 13 minutes, the runway would have to be at least, let me check, 45 kilometers long. This is roughly the distance between Colombo and Negombo, and no one would ever bother building a runway that long. The longest one is just 5 kilometers.
Wait, are we in Negombo?
Please don't push me!
Look, who's there? It's a bird.
It's a plane! No, it's Superman.
Dun, 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 dun. Don't worry, I'll save you.
Yay!
Yay!
I just watched Superman, and Superman just saved a woman who fell from a really tall building. Cool, right?
Well, that's just dumb.
Technically, no. If you can catch a kitten that falls from a tree, why can't Superman catch a woman who's falling from a building? Okay, but if you were a fully grown adult and you were falling from a much higher height, your chance of being saved is like 0. Okay? And your speed would get faster every second, making it almost impossible to stop you safe. Even though Superman will be waiting for you at the bottom, you will still hit him with the same force as you would hit the pavement. And even if he didn't die, you would almost certainly get smashed to death. Just like I'll smash you. Please don't push me!
What's that?
It's a bird!
It's a plane! No, it's Superman.
Dun, 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 dun. Don't worry, I'll save you.
What a shame!
Like we never saw that coming. She was a real nice lady.
Now that's more like it. Okay, so during a storm, we see lightning before thunder. Okay, it's because light travels faster than sound. And we all know that, but Hollywood does not. Like whenever Thor causes his sonic boom thing with his hammer, the sound coincides perfectly with the lightning and all the fancy light, which totally is not the case.
After we made this movie, we sat down and thought long and hard about how we would end it. And to be honest, we didn't really know how. I guess there really isn't any mathematical moral to this story. Movies are just meant to be fun. And yes, some of them seem to break all the mathematical laws without batting an eyelid. But, I mean, would we really enjoy them as much as we do if they didn't? Take a look at Flash. He travels faster than the speed of light to be able to take a look at top secret information before people can even notice. But in reality, he wouldn't be able to see the information because he travels faster than the light which reaches his eyes from the screen. But I think we can all agree that that is far less exciting. I mean, as fun as it is to poke fun at all these mistakes, there really are far worse things in this world than movies with mathematical errors.